mythical creatures from around the world. In Japanese mythology, a Jorogumo was a deadly hybrid creature that could transform from a spider into a beautiful woman to seduce victims to their death. The story goes that when a Jorogumo spider, a common species found in Japan, reached 400 years, it gained the power to shapeshift and develop an appetite for human flesh. Disguised as beautiful women, the Jorogumo were able to enchant and lure men into their web of lies. Their webs were constructed of silk threads so robust that once trapped, no man could possibly escape. The Jorogumo would then administer their lethal venom, gradually weakening their victim to savor their prey as long as possible. A slow and painful demise for their sorry victim. The Zodiac Killer is one of America's most infamous serial killers. During the 1960s and 1970s, Zodiac offed at least 5 people, often couples in secluded areas near San Francisco. His first victim was Sherry Jo Bates. He wrote a confession about her, including a message to beware. Zodiac began sending coded messages taunting police to various newspapers. Very soon after his first offing, he signed these letters with a circle with a plus sign over it, his symbol. He infamously sent a cipher that said, "This is the Zodiac speaking. By the way, have you cracked the last cipher I sent you?" This was followed by a series of 13 symbols that were supposed to be his name, encoded. To this day, this code has not been cracked. The Zodiac Killer case remains unsolved. No one has been confirmed as the actual Zodiac Killer. Dumb ways to die. Trying to kiss a reflection of the moon in a lake. Tripping over your underwear as you put it on. Choking to death on a ballpoint pen. Browsing the internet in the bath. A freak begat accident. Keeping a big cat as a pet. Getting blackout drunk and passing out in sub-zero temperatures. On November 17, 2012, a pair of fishermen left the coast of Mexico for a weekend fishing trip in the open Pacific. That night, a violent storm ambushed them as they were fishing 80 miles offshore. As gale force winds and 10-foot waves pummeled their small open boat from all sides and nearly capsized them, Captain Salvador Alvarenga and his crewmate cut away a 2-mile-long fishing line and began a desperate dash through crashing waves as they sought the safety of port. 14 months later, on January 30, 2014, Alvarenga, now a hairy, wild-bearded, and half-mad castaway, washed ashore on a nearly deserted island on the far side of the Pacific. He could barely speak and was unable to walk. He claimed to have drifted from Mexico, a journey of some 7,000 miles. Random creepy facts. Before the advent of cups and bowls, people in ancient England used hollowed-out human skulls to hold their food and drink. In 2017, homicide archivist Thomas Hargrove estimated that there are more than 2,000 serial killers currently at large. The creepiest scary facts. There was a vampire scare in America in the 19th century. Violet Jessup survived 3 boat disasters. The Venus flytrap is deadly. Dracula is based on a real person. Honey badgers are kind of terrifying. Your phone has more germs than a public toilet. 3 daredevils who played with their lives. Number 1. Evel Knievel. The legendary stuntman attempted over 75 motorcycle jumps, breaking numerous bones but never backing down from a challenge. Number 2. Philippe Petit. The fearless high-wire artist walked between the Twin Towers in 1974, 1,350 feet above the ground, without any safety gear. And number 3. Nick Wallenda, a 7th-generation tightrope walker, crossed the Grand Canyon on a 2-inch wide wire, defying gravity and fear. Things humans were never meant to see. An owl's legs. Underneath a tiger's fur. An empty plane. A frilled shark's mouth. Shadow from a mountain. Creepiest mythical creatures around the world. Popular in the western provinces of the Philippines, the manananggal is a hideous, vampire-like creature. When it transforms at night, it grows wide, bat-like wings and can sever its upper torso from its lower body. Legend has it that this monster preys on people sleeping and pregnant women, then sucks the hearts of fetuses and blood of victims with its elongated tongue. It can be killed by sprinkling salt or putting crushed garlic on its severed lower torso. Things that used to look creepy. Remember these old dolls? Vintage medical tools. Costumes back then were truly terrifying. And who wouldn't be scared of this haunted-looking house? Things humans weren't meant to see. The Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean where sunlight never reaches and bizarre creatures lurk. Next, Area 51, a top-secret military base rumored to hold extraterrestrial secrets and advanced technology. Finally, the inside of a black hole.